Hello, my name is Chim Sumuko, and you are watching The Game Plan Show, a show that sees 10 contestants pitch their business ideas to a bench of judges in the hopes of walking away with the grand prize of 250,000 kwacha. But there are no losers here at The Game Plan Show. Just by making it to the top 10, contestants automatically get an investment capital of 75,000 kwacha, with a chance of increasing that amount if they can make it to the top 5, receiving funding of 125,000 kwacha for 5th, 150,000 kwacha for 4th place, 175,000 kwacha for 3rd place, 200,000 kwacha for a 2nd place finish, and 250,000 kwacha for the grand prize respectively. And it all depends how well they do at convincing our judges that their business is the one worth investing in. So far, 5 contestants have gone before our bench of judges, and we have 5 more waiting in the wings. But before we get to them, let's check in on our judges and find out what they are looking out for in this year's Nyamuka Zambia Game Plan Show.
What I'm looking for in the contestants' presentations is where the presenters should demonstrate that they understand their target market needs. They must also demonstrate that they have done a sufficient research to really understand what is their competitive advantage. I'm also looking at a contestant that will have measured growth plans. Those are plans that must also be subjected to some stress testing so that they take into account different scenarios in terms of what if this happens, what if this doesn't happen. And more importantly, I'm looking for presentations that will demonstrate that this will be impactful in the economy.
I hope to see, obviously, vision and passion, but I also would like to see people who are tough and also good communicators. You know, to run your own business, you have to be tough. There are lots of knocks, and you also have to go out and sell and convince people about your passion and your vision, so you have to be a good communicator.
What I'm looking for from each contestant is an excitement and a passion, sort of sector or sort of product knowledge, expertise. I'm looking for sort of innovative ideas and an ability to really sort of show the grit that they have around their presentation.
Well, a lot of people say that experience is probably the biggest thing that one needs. But most of the successful businesses have been started by novices, people that have not done something before. Look at how Facebook started. Look at how Microsoft started. They didn't have experience, but they had passion. So when you look at the startup, the drive of the promoter of the business far outweighs other qualities. You've got to really be passionate. So we're looking for someone to demonstrate that they're passionate, they believe in the idea, they believe they can make it work. That's 50% of the work done already.
Basically, I'm looking for innovations, something that is also new, not ideas that have been around for some time. I believe one thing that there are so many opportunities in Zambia, and the problem is that these Zambian entrepreneurs are quite myopic. They always want to repeat what others are doing. And now, in my case, as a judge, I'm looking for an innovative idea that we can support.
Nyamuka Zambia. Well, we now know what the judges are expecting, but will today's contestants be able to deliver? We will find out after the break. Nyamuka Zambia.
You know those things you spend your money on every day? The stuff you could probably do without? Well, giving them up really adds up over time. Before long, those don't have to haves turn into those big, always wanted. Whatever your goal, we've got the savings account to help you get it. Start saving today and prosper. Nyamuka Zambia.
Welcome back to the Nyamuka Game Plan Show. Attempting to impress the judges into giving him the top prize money this year is IT specialist Mumba Mumba. Let's see how that goes.
My name is Mumba Kayevere Mumba. So my product is very innovative and it's a first for the Zambian market. No one else is offering an HR system. Hello everyone. My name is Mumba Kayebere Mumba. I'm the founder of NetSac Systems, which is a software development company based in Ndola. Today, I'm here to talk to you about Ideal. Ideal is a multi-currency payroll and human resource system, which is highly configurable, very easy to use, with a beautiful user interface. I'm here to ask Nyamuka Zambia for 250,000 to help us grow this business and also to help us launch the online platform and online version of our payroll and human resource system. The online version of our system is actually meant for the smaller businesses which might not be able to afford the needed hardware and software to run this system. With Ideal, businesses are getting a complete solution for managing their employees effectively. Ideal helps businesses to reduce their labor costs, storage costs, while also saving time and money. Imagine a company which has got, say, 300, 400, 500 employees, and you don't have to print out your payslips. With our system, you can easily just email PDF payslips to all your employees, thereby saving on paper, ink, and time. So far this year, since we launched the system, we've signed up 5 clients with over 400 employees being paid through our system to date. We have a vision of changing this system later on into an ERP.
Thank you for your pitch. I did tell you I was going to stop you after 2 minutes, right? I'm going to hand over to the judges, and they can you see the hands going up?
Mr. Mumba, welcome to the show. I find your financials totally shambolic. They're disorganized. They do not show a true and fair picture. You're doing yourself a disservice. Did you engage the use of an accountant in preparing these financials? Before you respond, you can respond as let me make my other comment. In the first 6 months, you have only got 5 customers. Now you're saying in a quarter, you're going to be signing up 20 customers. Are you selling fast-moving goods like fast foods, burgers or stuff? This is software development, Mumba.
Yes.
These projections don't make sense. You cannot do, in half a year, 5, and hope to do in a quarter 20. I think that is just a misnomer. Why don't you start with a slow start? Offer free trials. This is how it works. And build up from there. You want to run before you can walk.
That is true, and that
Who did these financials? Did you do them yourself?
I did them with my business advisor.
Explain yourself, because it's not making sense.
So the whole
and
reason
all the projections that are in year 1 need to move to year 2. It just doesn't make sense. But defend yourself.
The whole point is, this whole year we've been running trials and we've been testing the market. When you look at that, that has been done without any marketing effort or any such things. When you look at our business plan, there's a clear budget towards marketing. And what we are trying, starting I think last month, is to build awareness about our brand. The clients we've had so far have given us the confidence that our system is able to compete favorably on the market. Because we've actually...
Now that you have defended yourself on how you are going to grow, I think the other thing I would like you to talk to is, most of these online systems, your target markets are SMEs and the larger companies. Yeah, the SMEs would like to have something for free, and there are some systems that are already free for the SMEs anyway. So why would they want to pay money to you? And then for the larger companies, most of them do have their own in-house software where they already have their own solutions. So I would like you to comment around the real, how real your assumptions really are.
When you look at the SMEs, That's why we wanted to take the online approach with them, because of the hardware aspect and the software. Several licenses for the database is quite expensive. But if they're able to share an online platform at a minimal fee, because when you look at our
they're
financials...
They're already able to do that if they can get others that are for free. So why should they pay for yours?
That is because if you get a free software, probably from the US or India, that isn't really meant for our market. You look at what statutory requirements are needed in Zambia. There's NAPSA right now, there's ZRA with their online platforms. Using our system, it's a click of a button and you get those exports.
But thank you for your pitch, judges. Your time is up. You are free to leave the room now.
Mumba, before you start putting other people on the payroll, do you think you're going to get your big payday when it comes to the 250,000 kwacha prize?
Yes, I think I was able to make my case fairly well. Although a few questions on the financials were a bit difficult, but I think I tackled them fairly
So
well.
was it a smooth ride?
Definitely not.
Okay, well, we wish your project has a smoother ride than what you've just experienced, all right? Next up, we have Daisy Diangamo. Let's see how it went with her.
My name is Daisy Diangamo. I'm a livestock farmer venturing into meat processing. We are going into the market with our processed products using an all-inclusive model that seeks to empower the value chain. And we think that our business is great because it integrates the production side and the supply side. My name is Daisy Diangamo. I'm a livestock farmer. Currently, my business is producing 75 to 100 pigs that we sell to processors at a margin of 7 kwacha 15 ngwe. We are asking Nyamuka Zambia to invest the prize money of 250,000 kwacha into our business to enable us buy processing equipment and set up a cold room right at the farm where we operate from. Our motivation to process consumer products such as Hungarian sausages, polonies, is not only motivated by an enhanced margin, but to meet the demand which far exceeds the supply of pork in this country. And this deficit has been noted in National Livestock Survey reports, including the 7th National Development Plan. When you look at our financial simulation, all our KPIs are positive. We are breaking even at 2 months with a return on capital employed of 54%, which compares very well to alternative investment options such as treasury bills. We are going into the market with a unique or inclusive model that seeks to empower the value chain, starting with the pork producers in our area where we operate from that will contract to supply our factory to ensure consistency of the supply of raw materials. And on this demand side, we are partnering with existing butcheries in the compounds where we are targeting low to medium income earners. And these are areas such as Mutendere, Kalingalinga, the high densely populated areas. The integration of the production side where we have control, and we've been at it for the past 5 years, and the demand side where we partner with the butcheries who have personalized relationships with the customers in those communities, gives us the scalability and the sustainability and makes our business viable for Nyamuka to invest in.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Coincidentally, your 2 minutes is actually up. Judge Charles.
Daisy, thanks. I enjoyed reading this. I think it's well put together, and you've obviously thought about it a lot. The pork industry is now becoming more and more competitive. I know a number of people have started it and have continued to grow quite exponentially over the last few years. I'm wondering to what level you're coming in at, and are you sure that there's still a market for the products that you're aiming to produce at the levels, at the margins that you're expecting, given the competition?
We've been in this industry for the past 5 years and supplying the large processors. So we've gained, over the years, we've gained insight in the operations of the processors. And what we see in the market is that even with the presence of the large processors outlets in the compounds that we are going to, we still see a number of smaller butcheries dotted in those areas. That is evidence for us that there's still demand of the pork, and all the pork that we produce is sold out.
Daisy, first let me congratulate you on having succeeded after being in a long time career. And I think, I'm also happy that you're looking at the value chain of working with the other communities, and you're not trying to do it by yourself. And I see from your expansion plan that you're looking to get Nyamuka money and the rest as a bank debt. Yeah. And just one question I have is, why aren't you putting in any of your extra money? How much equity contribution are you willing to put on the table?
We are setting the factory right at our own land, and we have vehicles already, and we're going to use part of our...
That is something that you've already invested, but
Yes.
Going forward in the future investment, I did not see any additional equity
When
that
you
you are
look
putting
at
in.
our financials, in month 8, we're actually planning to put in 150,000 kwacha to be able to buy a refrigerated light truck.
Judges, right on the dot. Our time is up. Daisy, thank you very much. You are free to leave the room.
Daisy, how is it not being necessarily in the corporate world, but in front of all those heads of industry? How did the pitch go?
Well, the pitch went on well. I mean, I was pitching about my business that I personally do, and I work in that business. So I was telling my own story.
And it sounds like you had a satisfying experience.
Oh, yes, and I'm confident of winning.
All right. Well, we'll see if that confidence is enough to get you to the finish line. Good luck, Daisy.
Thank you.
Up next, and hoping to impress the judges, is Kaimbo Katengo. Let's see how his pitch went.
My name is Kaimbo Myombo Katengo. I'm from Lusaka. My business idea is about a specialized car garage which will offer car crash restoration, dent removal, and spray painting services. My idea is unique, and I believe it's very innovative in bringing a new product service to the auto market, and that's why it has reached in the top 10 of the Nyamuka 2017.
So start by telling us your names, and then you can go into your pitch. You can start now.
Thank you very much. My name is Kaimbo Myombo Katengo. I'm the proprietor of Edrich Motors Body and Paint, a new startup. I've worked on my business idea for the last 9 years. My business is a specialized garage that will offer car crash restoration, dent removal, and spray painting services. I'm asking for 250,000 kwacha investment from Nyamuka, Zambia to set up the business. Panel beating and spray painting services are expensive for both car owners and insurance companies. Many service garages engage in the traditional use of chisel and hammer, resulting in poor quality works. My garage will offer the latest put technology and offer international service standards. We have identified the garage will do for cars what Saloon and Barbershop does for women and men. Our potential clients include all car owners in Lusaka and beyond, the government, corporate firms, and insurance companies. Our service is greatly needed because Lusaka alone records over 74,215 road traffic accidents annually, and they're increasing at a rate of 9%. We identify the stiff competition in the industry, and the business will build enough value to command a premium price. We project to sell 110 units in the second quarter, increasing to 240 units in the fourth quarter, and generate a total turnover of 1,045,000 kwacha. The business projects a gross profit margin of 80% and break even in the fourth quarter by selling 130 units. The business projects net profits of 751,000 in year 1, 2.5 million in year 2, and in the third year over 4 million. The business aims for a 20% market share and a 30% return on assets invested. Before I leave, I would like to leave you with one thought, that the next time you drive or walk along the streets of Lusaka or across the country and come along a vehicle which has a poor panel beating service or has a dent or a bad paint work, always remember that today you've learnt of a technology that can revolutionize the panel beating service in Zambia through Edrich Motors. Invest in us. Thank you very much.
Kanyembo?
Kaimbo.
I think I have a lot of questions for you.
Yes.
But, looking at time, I think I'll just try and narrow down to a few. You're talking of the equipment that has no cost. I can tell you that I assume that it's an hydraulic equipment that requires hydraulic oil, specialized hydraulic oil. And at the same time, I just want to put to you, at the same time, I also want to tell you that if it's a specialized equipment, what of, and the picture that you are giving me is that it's meant to use on the body of a vehicle. What about if in the event that there's an accident and the chassis is actually gone? How do you apply that machine? because you are specifically, or should I say, you are emphasizing on this specialized machine. But I can tell you that accident can happen in many forms. The body, the chassis, and many others. So how are you going to apply yourself?
Yes, the machine itself comes with a workbench, which can then work to operate and fix a chassis which is probably damaged.
How much does this cost?
The cost of the machinery?
Yes.
Zambian kwacha, that's 45,000 kwacha.
And I look at the Zambia, here the statements you said, the premiums that insurance are actually paying out to accidents is about 708,000. I feel that this figure is actually wrong.
And just to follow up on what Judge Benjamin said, you're saying this machine costs 45,000 kwacha?
No, not actually. He asked of the workbench machine. Yes.
What does the whole machine cost?
The whole machine of all its components, it will cost over 164,000 thereabout. In my projections to get Zambian kwacha.
And the other question is that, how long have you been in business?
It's a startup.
It's a startup?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you in your plan here, you're actually targeting middle class and upper class.
Yes.
And these are the people that are driving nice cars.
Yes, please.
What would actually prompt them to come to your garage?
It's
than going to Metallic Motors or going to there are a number of these high-end.
Yes, it's the value proposition in which of the service that we're going to be offering to them, because the equipment that we're going to be using in our garage is the same set of international standard equipment that is used by Pilatus, and we can be able to negotiate.
Do you realize that it's not the equipment that will be doing the job, but also the skill and the experience of it?
Exactly. They are highly talented panel beaters and servicemen within our country, but all they lack is the proper equipment to be able to do a standard job. So with the equipment that we'll be able to bring as Edrich Motors, they can deliver an international set standard for any vehicle on the road market today. So we can service any vehicle for as long as we have that equipment and be able to satisfy the consumers.
Thank you very much. You can leave the stage. Thank you.
Kayembo, your business idea about automobiles, is it enough to guarantee you a ride into the top 5?
Definitely. I think I had an excellent pitch and everything went on well. I'm very confident that I'm going to get the top prize of the 2017 250 grand. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that confidence, was the reaction the same from the judges?
Mixed reactions. A few judges probably misunderstood the kind of equipment that I have to introduce, but we have the actual technician that can actually use that equipment. So we're getting the top price and we'll deliver.
All right. Well, of course, we wish you all the best and we'll be watching you. 3 down, 2 more to go. Have we already met our top 5 or our last 2 contestants a part of it? Well, we'll just have to find out after the break.
Nyamuka Zambia.
You know those things you spend your money on every day? The stuff you could probably do without? Well, giving them up really adds up over time. Before long, those don't have to haves turn into those big, always wanted. Whatever your goal, we've got the savings account to help you get it. Start saving today and prosper.
My name is Bernard Mwilaka Mweneshe. I'm the director at Marvel Publishers in Lusaka. I had been looking for funds to improve my business, you know. I'm doing my own works, our own books as Marvel Publishers, but also inviting people from outside who would like to have their books published. Zanaco is a bank, so I've been banking with them for the past, 10 years more. I think it's the right bank because it's found in almost every district. So it becomes very easy during transaction.
We've been partners with Nyamuka Zambia for 3 years now. We actually, the moment that they launched the Nyamuka Zambia in 2015, Zanaco participated with them in being the anchor sponsors. The story of Bernard is very interesting. First of all, Bernard actually is our customer. Then secondly, Bernard participated in the Nyamuka Zambia project for last year. And he had a very unique idea, like you've mentioned. So what Zanaco is doing to support him now is to arrange a working capital facility for him so that he can go on and expand the business.
It's important to get a job, you get your experience. Once you get the experience, but think on the other hand that once I get this experience, I should be able to run my own business because I'm getting the experience now.